Yes guys, what's happening? I'm back again with another video, and this is one I wasn't hoping to make. Liverpool 0, Paris Saint-Germain 1 in the Champions League at Anfield as the Reds exit Europe. I'm here to talk about it. As you can see, I'm really disappointed. I don't even know how to react. I mean, I couldn't believe it, honestly. But let's be honest, over the course of the two legs, Paris Saint-Germain deserve to go through. I'm here to talk about the game in detail and also just touch on some of the other games in the Champions League. But let's just start with this game. I mean, first of all, I'm just really disappointed. I would have expected a lot better in that second leg. I thought we played really well. We started the game in the right way, with the right intensity. We pressed PSG. We didn't allow them to build out from the back as they normally do. But, you know, they scored their first opportunity through Ousmane Dembele. It was a really good break. Barcola crosses the ball really nicely. Konate tries to intercept it, but in doing so, it falls to Dembele. And yeah, Paris Saint-Germain take an early lead. And from that point, it becomes a little bit more tougher for us. But I just didn't think we did enough, you know, in this game in terms of our chance creation and what have you. But in the second half, we stepped it up. We pushed a lot more. Salah obviously had that chance in the opening 15-20 minutes or so when he had that shot blocked by Mendes, and I'm not going to lie, over the course of these two legs, Mendes really got the better of Salah, to be fair. But we just didn't create enough chances. We huffed and puffed, and then obviously in the second half, you know, the longer the game went on, the less confident I was that we would go through, actually, which is crazy. But heading into the game, I was confident. I thought that we could at least get a draw out of this game and go through, but it wasn't meant to be. And obviously nothing much happened in extra time. Both teams defended really well, but I have to admit, PSG had the better chances in this game, despite the fact that we were much more improved. But, you know, we just have to deal with it and move on. And obviously the penalty shootouts didn't go our way. You know, PSG expertly took theirs. You know, all 4 of their penalties were immaculate, to be fair. Doué scoring the winning spot kick. But like I said, when Darwin Núñez stepped up, I just wasn't confident, to be honest. I thought he would miss. I didn't want to be right there, but he did miss, and that obviously put more pressure on the next taker, who was Curtis Jones. Very weak penalty. Donnarumma managed to save it. I thought Donnarumma had an okay game. He was, you know, flapping at certain crosses and situations, but, you know, at the end of the day, I think he deserved that man of the match. He still played really well, you know, whenever he was needed. And yeah, man, I'm really disappointed, you know. Obviously, if I had recorded this immediately after, I think I would have been a lot more, you know, a lot less calm, let's just put it that way, and a lot more angrier. But obviously a day after now, and yeah, we're just gonna have to go on and win it next season, to be fair. It's clear that the squad needs a lot of structure. We do need a new striker and a left back. I mean, I would absolutely love Liverpool to sign Alexander Isak and Milos Kerkez from Bournemouth, for example. So we do really need to strengthen. It does go to show that you know, the squad still has a lot of work to do. And even had we gone through, that would have still been the case. But from PSG's point of view, I thought they defended really well. You know, they had a really good game plan. Scoring that early goal was very important for them, and, you know, that allowed them to settle into the game. But for me, they deserve to go through, no question, because in the first leg, obviously I've done my review last week on it. They were by far the better team, and we just snatched the win out of nowhere. This time around, we were much better. We played well. But it was a close game overall, but we played a lot better, but we just didn't create enough chances at the end of the day. And yeah, we're just going to have to look at ourselves and move forward from here. Diogo Jota, for me, just hasn't been good lately as well. I think that has to be mentioned. I don't know if it's all the injuries taking its toll on him. And yeah, obviously Núñez, we know what he's about. I just don't see him staying at this football club, honestly. And yeah, he's had a good few games, but I think that penalty miss now just brings his confidence down. And ahead of the cup final, I wouldn't imagine Arne Slot starting Núñez in a cup final like that. So I think it will still be Jota, or if Gakpo is fully match fit, he did come on yesterday in that game, he will start on the left wing, and we can move Diaz to the number 9 position. But Sunday is going to be very important. Just looking ahead, Newcastle League Cup final. They're obviously chasing their first trophy in a while, so we just need to make sure we win this game. I think winning the Carabao Cup definitely eases the pain of going out of the Champions League, because listen, all in all, I think we've had a really decent Champions League campaign. To finish first in a 36 league table is impressive. You know, we've had some tough fixtures, beating the likes of Milan, Real Madrid, Leipzig away, Girona away. You know, we've had some really tricky fixtures, but we've navigated through them really nicely. But you always know, finishing top or finishing in the top 8 doesn't mean you are going to go on and win the Champions League. And from here, I'm looking at the usual suspects: Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Barcelona. You know, they're all, you know, gunning for that Champions League trophy. Inter Milan, who beat Feyenoord yesterday again. So like I said, we just got to move on, dust ourselves down, and focus on Sunday, because that is a huge game against Newcastle. And I'm still confident we're going to go on and win it, but obviously we need to recover, react quickly now. And yeah, in terms of the Premier League, even though we know we will win it, that feeling won't sink in for me unless, you know, until it actually happens. And we still got records to chase, you know. We still want to be unbeaten between now and the rest of the season, and I hope we can achieve that. You know, we've got 9 more games to go in the league. Hopefully we can stay unbeaten in all of them, and if we do, that means we would have ended the season with a 34 game unbeaten streak. We're currently on 25, and it would also mean that we would have stayed unbeaten away from home for the entire season, which isn't easy to do in the Premier League. It's the best league in the world for a reason. But yeah, man, I've got no choice but to look ahead. You know, obviously I love the Champions League, and it hurts to go out of this competition. It really does. You know, I was hoping Liverpool could go really far. You know, we would have faced Aston Villa in the quarterfinals, and from there most likely Real Madrid in the semis, but it wasn't meant to be. Paris Saint-Germain for me were very good, very dominant over the 2 legs, but at the same time it came down to a penalty shootout. You know, we did well in the second leg without really threatening their goal too much, and yeah, we just have to accept it, move on, and get back on the horse next season. But yeah, let me know what you think of what you thought of the game. Who stood out for you? Who do you think is going to win the Champions League from here? If you thought that Liverpool were going to be winning it this season, unfortunately it will not be Liverpool. But like I said earlier, I think for me it's the usual suspects. Real Madrid are looking primed to win it. Obviously they've got to get through Atletico Madrid, which is tonight. That's going to be a blockbuster of a game. Atleti obviously 1 goal down from the first leg. So yeah, if Real Madrid get through their rivals, their neighbours Atleti, then I think they've got a chance of going all the way and retaining the Champions League. But Barcelona are looking amazing. Yamal scored a brilliant goal for them against Benfica yesterday in a 3-1 win. Inter Milan got the win as well against Feyenoord. Bayern Munich absolutely beat Leverkusen, you know, convincingly over the 2 legs. I think it was a 5-0 aggregate win. You know, they won 2-0 in Leverkusen yesterday. Goals from Harry Kane and Alphonso Davies. I mean, fantastic. They look really good lately. I can't lie, Bayern Munich. I think they've got that hunger and desire to obviously reach the Champions League final, because it will be held at the Allianz Arena, which is their home stadium. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. I'm still going to keep an eye out on the Champions League to see how it unfolds. But just going back to Liverpool, we just need to make sure we dust ourselves down and go again on Sunday, because it's a huge game. We are massive favourites to beat this Newcastle side. It's a final. It's not going to be as plain sailing as some would expect, but for me, we just have to win this game. It's as simple as that. We beat Newcastle not too long ago at Anfield in the Premier League. It was a very convincing 2-0 win. But as you know, this is going to be a different game, different dynamic. It's a cup final, so we're just going to have to move forward and go from there, really. But yeah, I'm going to wrap up very shortly. Like I said, feel free to let me know in the comments what you thought of this game. And yeah, if you have anything in mind, just drop a comment and I'll be there to interact. And yeah, man, like I said, we've got to move on. The show needs to keep going. Liverpool are still on course to have a historic season. The Premier League is waiting. And obviously we've got to make sure now from this point that we can add the Carabao Cup, because if we do win on Sunday, it would mean that we would have retained the Carabao Cup. So for me, it's a very, very important trophy. Make no mistake about that. Whenever you reach the final, you know, you just want to go on and win it. And we've got vast amount of experience to do so. And I'm really, really hoping that we are in top form and we can just forget about this Champions League elimination, because there's no shame ultimately losing to this PSG side. They've been amazing over the last few months. Ousmane Dembele is fast becoming a contender to win the Ballon d'Or as well. It just, for me, ultimately, in terms of the Ballon d'Or, not that I care about who wins it, to be fair, but it will come down to who probably wins the Champions League, you know, along with their domestic leagues. You know, obviously Real Madrid, Barcelona's contender will be Rafinha. There's no doubt about that. He's been absolutely unbelievable. So yeah, just let me know what you think in the comments in terms of what you thought of this game. Who do you think will win the Ballon d'Or? I think obviously Salah's chances have taken a hit after going out in the last 16, and he wasn't really that good in the two legs, but class is permanent with Mo. You know, he's having a historic season in the Premier League, top scorer, top assister. You know, he's just unbelievable. And you know what? We will have better days ahead, make no mistake about that. But the main focus is on Sunday, and hopefully Liverpool can bring that trophy home. Anfield South awaits. Let's go Liverpool. Vamos. Vamos.